Hey, what's up, guys? Carl Down back from the video. And today I want to talk about the Denver Broncos' new stadium at the Burning Yard. Um, the Broncos have had not done nothing with the Burning Yard there, but they did have a diagram of the Burning Yard thing there. There's some stuff there. It's actually pretty interesting what they're actually going to put into it there. I guess they're just going to add parks there. They're going to add buildings there. They're going to add bars there during this Burning Yard project there. Right now, it's technically Burning Yard is a wasteland there, so they're saying they're gonna start destruction there in 2027 there. So 2027, that's when the Broncos are gonna do full destruction there, or build the stadium there, or start destruction there in 2027 there. Possibly maybe in the spring there of 2027 or the summer of 2027 when this stadium is going to start getting built there. The Broncos officially move, or the stadium is supposed to be fully built by 2031. It'd be completed by 2031 at that point. If they start it if they start it in 2027 there, if they start in 2027, it will be fully completed by the thing there. But there's other stuff there might affect the team there from season ticket holders. So the prices of the tickets there for the Broncos might go massively up there. And it also depends how the team actually does there. Also, last year we got to the AFC Championship game last year. So tickets are going to be possibly going to be high on that regard there because the team actually got to the AFC Championship game last year. We got close to the Super Bowl last year. So yes, the tickets are going to be possibly going to be really high from that regard there because of the team doing well. But the Burning Yard project there is not fully paid there, and the Walton Penner there has to go into a different route there because it is privately funded there compared to the Buffalo Bills Stadium and compared to SoFi Stadium. There compared to SoFi Stadium and the new Buffalo Hyde Park Stadium there in Buffalo. Compared to those two stadiums there, the Broncos' new stadium is technically privately funded there. Mostly the privately funded stuff there they actually might try to push there. It's mostly raising up the tickets there for season pass holders. So season pass holders there, they technically it won't go as a tax there, but it will go mostly affect the season ticket holders there, and possibly might tax the season tickets there. So possibly the season tickets there will be possibly taxed there. Yes, the season tickets will be possibly taxed there, and plus they might actually possibly raise it up even higher there. Even if the team actually does really good there, say if we hit the Super Bowl next year, say if we win the Super Bowl next year, so yeah, and it will technically grow the monies there, grows the revenue there for it there. But mostly this project there, it's mostly going to happen in 2027 there. They don't actually have the funds to do it there. They don't actually have the funds to do the full project there. So they're technically leaving it alone right now. So then they're possibly going to do a lot of construction in that area by 2027 there. So the stadium is going to get built up in 2027. Possibly they're going to make a new park there, possibly new buildings there, new house living there, and like bars and restaurants will be possibly built around the stadium there. It's actually kind of interesting there. They are not going to do a tailgating there. Kind of sucks for anybody who honestly likes tailgating there. But I will get into that in a separate video there, saying about the tailgating, saying why that was a pretty stupid move, why they do not actually have tailgating. But they're mostly gonna tax mostly the season ticket holders, and the season ticket holders are mostly gonna be taxed there through tickets there. Mostly and plus there I think it's actually more there. I think it should have been more or less there if we did not hit the playoffs there and never got to the AFC Championship game last year. It should have been a lot more or less there. But there it depends how they're gonna mostly gonna make this as a tax there, how they're gonna mostly gonna affect it there. Mostly how they're mostly gonna affect this there for having the stadium mostly up and running there by 2027. But I think it's going to be interesting there. It's not. Plus, this is privately funded. It's not fully funded there like the Bills Stadium was and the Charger or the SoFi Stadium was. Technically, like Highmark Stadium and SoFi Stadium, it's not the same brand or not the same issue. The Broncos are not actually having the same issue compared to the Buffalo Bills. There, mostly the private funding. Mostly if it's privately funding there, it doesn't go as a tax there. In the state of Colorado, I'm going to tell you straight up, in the state of Colorado, if you make something privately funded, it doesn't go as tax. It do not goes as tax there. The only thing it goes as tax there if they kind of get the funding correct there, and that's what actually happened for the Broncos there. They couldn't get the tax there. They couldn't get the fundings going there for the new stadium there, so they actually have to tax the season ticket holders, and that's the real reason why there's a tax there. The only reason why they have the tax there because they couldn't get the fundings going off the ground there. The Walton Penner couldn't get the fundings off the ground to build this new stadium, so yeah, the fundings there are not there for this new stadium there. So it mostly goes to it goes to the city there. It goes to the city of Denver. That's actually because it is privately funded there. For any privately funded projects there, it'll go back to the city. So the city will still get the money regardless there to build the stadium. There, mostly if you build the stadium there and if it's like privately funded there, yes, there it will possibly go back to the city. It will go back to the city of Denver. Denver will get the profits out off of this new stadium, the new stadium there. So the city of Denver is for the new stadium. Hancock's for the new stadium. The teams for the new stadium there. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting there. But if they can't get it off the ground there, possibly they could extend Empower Field past 2031, and possibly the new stadium might be open by 2038 or possibly 2039 there. So that's why I think it's really going to happen with this. The new Broncos Stadium is actually going to be built. So what do you think about this there? What do you think about the new Broncos Stadium there? What do you guys think about it? How they're mostly going to make this fun there and stuff. It doesn't go back to the team. And it's possibly going to go through a tax there through ticket sales and not really ticket sales. It's going to be possibly going to go through a tax through season ticket sales. So season ticket holders will possibly might make this as a tax there through to mostly pay it because it's not fully funded there. If it was fully funded, the Broncos do not have to, or the team or the fans do not have to worry about the tax on the stadium. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? Comment, rate, more sponsors, do bros. We like love bros. Please subscribe for the Monkeys from Super Bowl Journal Comment, more sponsors, do bros. Carg out. Out of your piece.